What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prize Picks MLB player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys 5 picks, get you winning some money over here on Prize Picks. As always, guys, coming off a clean sweep yesterday, we went 4-0. We had 1 DNP, so it knocked us down to the 4 picks. But hey, clean sweep. Absolutely killed it. We had the Garrett Cole strikeouts, Kluber strikeouts, Peterson strikeouts, and Strider strikeouts. Just see the results. 4-0, so you should have had a very good day if you tailed. Very profitable. Hopefully you did. Looking to keep it going in this one. Got another 5 picks. Looking for another sweep, guys. Of course, if you enjoy the content, would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Coming off a clean sweep. Let's try to get this thing up to 200 likes, guys. It's free. It takes 2 seconds. Clean sweep. You should have won plenty of money yesterday. You should be happy. We should be rocking and rolling. We should have some good juju flowing today. So excited to keep it going. We also swept in the Monkey Knife Fight video. We went 4-0 on that one as well. If you haven't checked out my Monkey Knife Fight content, make sure you check that out. If you haven't signed up for Monkey Knife Fight, make sure you check that out as well. Because we've been absolutely killing it. So you can use my promo code to get a match just like you can on this video. Make sure you tune into that. You can click my link in that video as well to get a free $15 entry into the home run contest over there. But just an overall fantastic day. Looking to keep it going. If you're getting very serious, I do offer premium content packages, guys. Underdog WNBA, Underdog MLB, Prize Picks MLB, Prize Picks WNBA, and a VIP member package. Really excited about this one. We've been grinding. I've been up getting these guys all of my tickets before I even launch these videos. Late night, early morning, getting the edge before this video is even launched. I'm in there giving them all my tickets. You get access to the premium Discord. You get access to premium live streams, audio recordings, pretty much every single thing that I could have to offer. You get access to all of the packages, the VIP. So check that out if you're getting really serious. And if you haven't signed up for Prize Picks, sign up today. Use that promo code KJK DFS. Receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100. Start locking in these picks. Start winning some money with these picks today, guys. And we got 5 of them. So let's keep it going. Let's stay hot. We'll go game by game as we always do. And the first game I'm going to talk about is going to be the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Miami Marlins. And I want to talk about Mr. JT Brubaker. He is in a great matchup taking on a Miami Marlins squad that has plenty of strikeouts. You look at JT Brubaker's stuff across the board. He comes in with a 22.2% carry overall with an 11.5 swinging strike rate. He has a 21.1% carry against righties and a 23.4% carry against lefties. So he's got some pretty great K stuff for someone that's not exactly a household elite name. And then look at what he's been doing as of late, where his line set and everything. I really do like his pick for the strikeouts on Prize Picks today. The pitch count's way up. You can see 100, 94, 94, 105, 106, the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. And the strikeouts have been there. His line on Prize Picks is only set at 4.5. When I saw this, I jumped all over it. Would not be surprised in the least to see this bump up to 5 throughout the day, so I'm jumping all over it. Already have him in a bunch of tickets, but I really like this over 4.5 strikeout play. The Marlins are striking out a ton. They're hurt. They're without their 2 top players right now in their lineup. There's no Jorge Soler. There's no Jazz Chisholm. I mean, that's a big deal. So the Miami Marlins have been striking out a ton. Brubaker's been striking out plenty of guys for where his line set at only 4.5. You can see he's hit this in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight games. And now he gets one of the best possible matchups you could ask for strikeouts. So I absolutely love this play to kick things off with JT Brubaker taking on a Miami Marlins squad. We'll gladly take the over. Lastly, the strikeout rates for this Miami Marlins squad up and down, starting from the bottom up as we always do with the Miami K rates. At the bottom with Stallings, 23, 10, 20, 29, 26, 24, 21, 17, and 9. So a couple low strikeout guys at the top and the bottom, and Rojas and Wendell. But outside of that, man, there's a bunch of strikeouts to go around. Not to mention, this is one of the best pitching environments in baseball, if not the best pitching environment in baseball in Miami. So any sort of pitch count, efficiency issues, hard contact issues should be very favorable to him in this park, which obviously isn't directly correlated to the strikeouts, but in a way it is. If we can keep his pitch count down and stay efficient, there's a much higher likelihood that he's able to hit the over on his strikeouts. So a lot of good things going on for Brubaker, most notably where the line's set. Really like the over 4.5 strikeouts for him. Pick number 1 here. Pick number 2. We're going to be going to the New York Yankees taking on the Cincinnati Reds, and we're going to be talking about Mr. Luis Severino. Once again, I do like the strikeouts. He's got elite strikeout stuff against right-handed hitting specifically. He's got 27.9% carry overall with a 12.8% swinging strike rate, 34.5% carried against those righties. Does dip down to an 18.9% carried against those lefties, but once again, a lineup that has a lot of strikeouts in it, the Cincinnati Reds. And they have a lot of righties, which is going to be a big deal for him. You can see 3 righties to lead things off the top. Joey Votto in the middle. Joey Votto looks terrible, man, too. The thing is, I got to say, he changed his approach. He's not a short hitter anymore. He's trying to be a home run hitter. He's stand up. His swing looks so slow. He is not the Joey Votto of old, man. I saw him. It's been a while since I've watched the Reds game, to be honest with you. I saw him last night. He just seems like a free strikeout right now, the way he's swinging. So Tyler Nickman has a high strikeout rate as well. Mike Moustakas has a high strikeout rate. So the lefties, even though Severino's K rate dips down, a lot of strikeouts in this lineup. So starting from the bottom up with Mr. Senzel, 19, 25, 16, 27, 28, 22, 25, 20, and 26. So ton of strikeouts in this lineup. Sevy's got elite strikeout stuff. Like I said, most notably against the righties, and there are a lot of right-handed bats with high strikeout rates in the Cincinnati Reds lineup. That's a recipe for success. And then lastly, the pitch count. As we always look at, Severino is a workhorse. Definitely going to be out there for lots of pitches. You can see 88, 87 the last 2 times out. But I think those are a little bit of an exception to the rule, because you look at the time before, 95, 102, 103. I think his pitch count gets back up. I think he racks up a bunch of strikeouts in this matchup against the Reds. And I know he's only had 4 and 3 the last 2 times out, but then you look before that, 8, 10, 10, 9, 7. I think there's some positive regression headed his way after not having the highest of strikeout games the last 2 times out. Don't think that's going to be the case here again. So I definitely do like the over 6.5 strikeouts here for Luis Severino as pick number 2. Like I said, elite strikeout stuff, most notably against righties. You get to take on lots of righties. The Reds strike out a ton. Love this play. So like the over 6.5 strikeouts for Luis Severino, pick number 2. Pick number 3. We're going to be going down to the Tampa Bay Rays, taking on the Boston Red Sox, and we're talking about another elite guy. He's the most elite of the elite, Shane McClanahan. This guy's ridiculously good, man. He's got 2.19 SIERA, 36% K rate overall with a 16.5% swing strike rate. Great hard contact stuff. 36.8% K rate against righties and a 30.8% K rate against lefties. That is elite. 30+% K rate to both sides of the plate is when you know you're getting a real elite strikeout guy. And McClanahan, definitely that guy. You get to take on a Boston Red Sox squad that when you're looking at their lineup up and down, they just lost Trevor Story last night, I think, to an injury as well. There's some strikeouts. The talent really isn't the greatest throughout the entire Red Sox lineup. That's going to be a problem. I expect McClanahan to mow down a lot of hitters here. Jeter Downs at the bottom, 50%. That's a limited sample size, but has been striking out quite a bit against lefties so far. Only 4 at-bat sample size, but 32, 22, 8, 16, 14, 16, 25, and 13. So not the heaviest of strikeout lineups, I will say, but I don't really care when it comes to McClanahan because he's got a 16.5% swinging strike rate, a 36% K rate. Like any high strikeout lineup, as far as I'm concerned, is probably just going to bring his lineup more to where it's a little bit more difficult to target. And at least this line, it's somewhat reasonable, and I still expect him to rack up the strikeouts to get us there. The pitch count, lastly, the last thing that checks the boxes. As far as the pitch count for McClanahan, he will push 90+, 98, 92, 99, 94, 95. You look at the strikeouts. 8, 10, 10, 8 the last 4 times out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 straight games where he would have cleared the over where his strikeout line is set. And I think he continues to do so in this one. So pick number 3. We're going to be rocking with the over 7.5 strikeouts here for Shane McClanahan. Once again, just elite of the elite. The Red Sox are washed down. They do have some low strikeout guys in the lineup a little bit here and there with this projected lineup, but once again, they're not the most talented hitters. And I got a feeling the strikeout rates tick up in this spot against Mr. McClanahan, so I'm not worried about it. Pick number 3, like the over 7.5 strikeouts for Shane McClanahan. Pick number 4, we're going to be going down to the Texas Rangers taking on the Oakland Athletics, and we're going to be talking about John Gray. It's a fantastic matchup taking on the Oakland Athletics in this one. In Texas, which isn't the best pitching environment, I will say. So for me, I'm going to stick to the strikeouts for that reason. Maybe he gives up a little bit of runs, but I think the strikeouts are still going to be there. But Globe Life, you can see a lot of green going on as far as hitting is concerned. So definitely want to be sticking to the strikeouts for him. But the Oakland Athletics strike out a ton, and John Gray's strikeout stuff has been good. You look at it. He's got a 26.5% K rate overall with an 11.8% swinging strike rate. He's got a 27.6% K rate to those righties and a 25.2% K rate to lefties. So 25+% to both sides of the plate. The right-handed hitters, he's pushing upwards of the 20s, pushing more so towards 30. So I think there's plenty of strikeouts to be had in this matchup against this Oakland Athletic squad. They have a nice little blend of righty-lefty, but most notably they do have a lot of strikeouts in their bats. They got 2 low strikeout guys, kind of similar to what we talked about with the Marlins, but the rest all high strikeout guys. So Allen, 21%, 10% for Tony Kemp, so he's one of the low strikeout guys. Elvis Andrus, 13%, he's one of the low strikeout guys, but then Bolt, 31%, and then from there up, 28, 24, 22, 24, and 21. So the A's strike out a ton. And then most notably, Jon Gray's recent form, the pitch count, all that stuff, all matching up there as well. You can see 98, 102, 94, 102, 102. And then you look at the strikeouts the last 3 times out. 8, 7, and 8 strikeouts respectively. So we hit the over in each of the last 3 times out. Now he gets a great matchup taking on an A's squad. Once again, he's given up 300 runs in the last 2 times out, and it is a good hitting environment. So I will be preferring the K's over the pitcher fantasy score. I was looking at the pitcher fantasy score, but ultimately the hitting environment and the lack of a good pitching environment is where I just want to go with the K's, because even if he works himself into some problems, he's probably going to work himself out of those problems with the strikeouts. And once again, the A's strike out a ton. So pick number 4. We'll be rocking with the over 6.5 strikeouts for Jon Gray. And there is juice on the over as well. So Vegas kind of confirming that they agree with me on this one. Looking at the latest line for Jon Gray, there's minus 135 juice on the over 6.5. So pick number 4, we're going to be rocking with the over 6.5 strikeouts for Jon Gray. And pick number 5, we're going to be going down to Coors Field, but we're going to talk about some pitching, surprisingly, in Coors Field. And it's going to be Joe Musgrove. I think his strikeout line is very friendly here. I get that he's in Coors Field. Once again, not a good pitching environment. So once again, I want the strikeouts, not the pitcher fantasy score. Personally, I'm going to be sticking away from the pitcher fantasy score because you can see Coors Field, a lot of green going on from a hitting environment. So there's a chance he gives up some runs here, but do you think he racks up some strikeouts against a Colorado Rockies team that has some strikeouts in their bats? And then when you look at Joe Musgrove's stuff, good stuff. 25.5% carried overall with an 11.3% swinging strike rate. Good hard contact stuff. He has a 24.3% carry to righties and a 26.4% carry to lefties. So the carry rate actually ticks up against those left-handed bats for him. But really solid against both. You look at the matchup against the Rockies. Let's see. They got 1, 2, 3 lefties in there. The rest are going to be righties. But then the strikeout rates, definitely some pretty good strikeout rates. And once again, it's kind of about where the line's set with Musgrove. Only 5.5. That's very reasonable. And starting from the bottom up with Diaz and the strikeout rates. 23, 26, 27, 10, 27, 23, 19, 19, and 20. So especially once you get down towards the middle, towards the bottom of the order, this 4 through 9 range, there's definitely some strikeouts to be had. And Musgrove, another guy, the leash is going to be long. They typically have him on a 6-day rest in the rotation, which he's been really liking. He's been thriving in it. Last 2 times out, he's hit the over on this K-prop, 10 and 6. Time against Philly, he really got blown up, only 1 strikeout, but that's kind of an exception to the rule after getting blown up for 600 runs. And you look before that, 9, 8, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the last 7, he's hit the over 5.5 strikeouts. It is in Coors Field. He's a bit of a breaking ball guy. The ball doesn't break quite as much in Coors Field. So, that's the downside, I guess, to this play. But other than that, I love everything about it. The pitch count's up. The strikeout stuff's there. There's some strikeouts that we had for sure in the Rockies lineup. And we don't have to worry about the 6.5 or the 7.5 line with Musgrove, which is a nice little bonus. So, like the over 5.5 strikeouts for Joe Musgrove, pick number 5. And that is my 5 picks to get you winning some money on Prizepicks in the MLB today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. If you haven't checked the premium content packages, like I said, guys, these VIP members, we're grinding, we're up late. I'm absolutely loving this. There's definitely some guys in there that are committed. And any sort of questions you have, I'm answering. I'm constantly in there answering their questions, helping them out with the plays, telling them my favorite plays, my favorite fades. If there's plays that they're on that I'm not liking, I'm the first one to tell them, like, hey, man, probably wouldn't play that. So, yeah, check that out if you're interested. And if you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, sign up today. Use that promo code KJK DFS. Receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100. Wishing you all the best of luck on your props today, tonight, and we will see you in the next one.